Something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to.
Brandon Cooks, wide open receiver complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brandon Cooks. 78 yards, and the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And here now the offense heading back out there. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On first down, Rodgers. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Rodgers now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. This fielded at the 2. And he's got some space here. The 40, 20, 10, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Deion Sanders, 98 yards. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here, as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run with Barry Sanders. It's a foot race. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown. Barry Sanders, his second touchdown of the night. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now he's going to let it go deep. And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, here's Sanders. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Another run with Sanders. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Call it a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you're worried about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On play action, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gets past one man. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And we're back now in Charlotte. Breeze now on first down. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Julio Jones, 51 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And he's able to put it through. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now this offense about ready to take over again. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Here we go. 58.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now they toss out wide to Sanders, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To the 40 and no further. So the broken tackle didn't get him much. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On play action, now Rodgers. Gets it to Benjamin, it's caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost on his carries, but he balanced it with over 15,000 yards gained when he ran the football.
I think the pros outweigh the cons. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now it's Rodgers. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard, your defensive...